man. Because you got it, common sense to show you the system set up against our people, man. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit, everyone that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land, man. So we was forced, this was forced upon us, man. We was forced, even in slavery, man. If you got caught reading the Bible, man, the so-called white man put you to death, man. If you got caught reading, he'll whoop you. Cause that's why he didn't want you to learn how to read, man. Because he know eventually your spirit was going to cling back to this book. And you was going to eventually start to look at him sideways, man. Just like Nat Turner did, and them slaves that started to rise up, man.
Right.
You know?
And then now with the internet, he done mess around and slip and let too much knowledge out. And the knowledge should increase, it should run to and from in the book of Daniel. But guess what it's doing? The word is the living word. It's telling them. It's telling them his past, his present, and it's speaking on his future. And they really thought they had it covered. They was almost trying to kill ants with a baseball bat. They got the missiles, they got the military, but it's so many of us, it's millions of people all over the planet, and they trying to go build military missiles, and you trying to kill ants with a big ass baseball bat. You gonna be out there all day. You see what I'm saying? They done went overdid it. They done went overdid it, man. It's telling them. It's telling them.
And drove the Israelites into secret places, even wheresoever they could flee for succor, man. Right. So we started to flee during the time when the white man first came into power under the Greeks, man. You know, we started to flee into Africa, man. We was fleeing in wherever the lands where we can get away from these heathens, man. They actually started killing us because we was keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Now the church is teaching you, you don't got to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. This is a plan that was implemented over 2,500 years ago, man. Which is in its perfection now. They don't got to kill you. They don't got to force you from keeping the law. They got your overseers set up to teach you that you don't got to keep the law, man. That's how slick. That's why I said that the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that, man, because that's the same spirit that's in the so-called white man, man. He's more subtle than any of these other nations, man. He's slick as hell, man.
I didn't realize how he was until I seen Hitler them into all forms. Hitler them took witchcraft to a high level. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
So when you see it, you ain't gonna man, them niggas got wrong. They were murdering folks.
Right.
Shit on a high level.
Yeah, them the wise men of Timmy.
That's oh my God, you just won't believe how evil these niggas was.
Yes, I do. That's the so-called white man.
Evil. They are the
I don't underestimate the white man in nothing. He do.
Them niggas are the worst of the white folks.
Yeah, they the wise men of Timmy. They the top warlocks and witches. They the wise. That's how America got the nuclear bomb. See what America was doing. They ain't gonna tell you. All the Western nations were pumping all their money into Germany because they knew they was the smartest. So they were pumping all the money into their engineers, their scientists, and they were coming up with all the weapons.
Right.
See, when Germany came up with all that shit, Germany was like, fuck them. We gonna keep this for ourselves. So the elites had to bring the elites came up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? They came up with allies to take them down. You know what I'm saying? Use Russia and see. They use Russia, use the U.S., use Britain. You know what I'm saying? Because Germany was like, we got this shit now. Fuck y'all. So they had to go take Hitler down, man. Because that atomic bomb they dropped on Japan, Hitler created that, man. The Germans created that. They took that from Hitler. Hitler was going to actually use the atomic bomb on Russia, man. The stealth bomber the U.S. got right now, the stealth fighter, Hitler them created that back during the time of the 40s, man. Before World War II. It just wasn't as small as the stealth fighter the U.S. got. Hitler them had a big ass stealth fighter. You hear me? The U.S. just, what up, bro? All the U.S. did was made it smaller, man. make sure it can be more stealthier and faster and quicker. But Hitler was gonna use that stealth bomb that Hitler created. He was gonna use that to fly over here and drop bombs on America, man. But Hitler, one of Hitler's main guys under him, he was advising the elites, going back telling them everything, what the plan of Hitler and them was. That's why they had to go take Hitler down. You know how many times they tried to assassinate Hitler plenty of times, man. If you watch that movie, it's called Valkyrie. It got Tom Cruise in it, man.
Right.
They kept trying to assassinate Hitler, but he was surviving. He had his security so tight. They was sending bombs up, you know what I'm saying? Because Hitler turned on him, man. You know what I'm saying? After Hitler got all that power, put his military up, he was like, it's on, man. We finna run the world, man. And they had to end Hitler, man. You know,
Hitler got one of the most advanced army in the world.
Right, man. Another thing, man, why you think, going back to what you said, why you think when they finally took Hitler down, and they ain't killed Hitler, man. Hitler went into all them Nazis went into exile into Argentina, man, and a lot of South American countries, man. You know, they went into exile, man. They like Hitler ain't died till the 70s, man. They just pushed their ass out of power, man. Cause they was their puppets. But just like they always do when Americans get puppets that rise up against them, they gonna assassinate you, man. Just like Kennedy. When Kennedy rose up against them, they assassinated his ass, man. If Trump called himself, keep going against the elites, which Trump tried to play both sides, they gonna eventually assassinate him, man. But first they assassinate your character, man. So when you do get assassinated, you don't know who to point the finger at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's their whole purpose of playing with these spirits out here, man. Having spirits attack on a lower level, so certain levels can appear. But it's getting to a point, they done built that shit all the way up to get to CNN News in Atlanta to faggots and homosexual rules and shit. That Greek organization. They built it all the way up to that so it's a control button. But not knowing the Most High got, just like they built armies for Hitler, the Most High built armies up for these niggas. Like, oh no, they don't understand. You can't get them to stop. They evil in the game. You can't get them to stop. They built them up so they can control this shit. They have buttons, call these people, you go do this, you go do it. Yeah, Germany did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Germany had a system up too.
Right, that's the thing I ain't gonna tell you, man. The Henry Ford administration, they was funding Hitler. All the Western nations was funding Hitler, man. I forgot what the program name was. You know, I had researched, man. All of them was pumping their money, all the Western nations was pumping their money into Germany. And Germany was building up all these different weapons and shit, man. Hitler tried to call himself back doing them and do his own thing. They had to bring them to the end.
It's gonna be a World War III.
Huh? Yeah. World War III it started already. That war in Syria, it's gonna start in the Middle East though. That's where it started because it's all about the resources. That's why all the resources is. Whoever control that area basically control the world, man. You know? And that's why I was reading in Joel 3. It's all about that land over there. Like you were saying, the Palestinians and the Jews fighting over that land. The main reason the Palestinians fight, they said he had the president of Egypt in like the late 60s. He's like, there'll always be conflict in that land because the Jews left black and came back white. So the Palestinians know them white boys in the land that's claiming to be Jews, not the real Jews. But guess what for you Palestinians? That ain't your land either, man. Y'all built the dome of the rock on the temple. That's an abomination of desolation.
Yeah.
Try to create your own religion, then you built the dome of the rock, supposedly where Solomon's temple was at, man. That big brass dome they got over there.
The Most High know, he knows what the nations believe in. He knows, the Most High know what man really be believing in, and they don't know the Most High called abomination. Like these niggas, they think they can demon possess me and they running shit. The Most High know when you possess. Christ knows, walk up to somebody and see more than one spirit in a person. He's just gonna cast you out. That's why I be trying to tell him. He go all the way back, man. Our people get that same shit from this day. Not knowing Christ and the Most High know, and they call what's abomination? Yahweh Shai and Yahweh called what's abomination. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like if you an Arab, you the Palestinians or the Arabs, you the Chinese or Moors, and you gonna try to go into Jerusalem and say, look, we're gonna set this in. And the Most High knows it's just stone. It's just wood, something he made. You got plenty of trees, plenty of stone. You know what I'm saying? Some food. You done went and took some animal. You know, you done went and raped some little girl and put them up on all, you know, and all you doing is bringing forth sin. That ain't nothing but sin. You know, it's just like where holiness supposed to start from that point to the people, from God to the people. You done put sin up there. And that's how you pump sin throughout the land.
Y'all got some brothers in Texas.
They got brothers in Texas, in Dallas, in Houston, Fort Worth. Got brothers all over.
Y'all teach what y'all teach.
Yeah. Brothers in Chicago, in New Orleans, almost around the four corners of the earth. Brothers in St. Louis Bay, Mississippi, Bay St. Louis, brothers in Alabama, brothers in Memphis, hey, brothers in Arkansas. Really, brothers almost in every state. We got brothers. It's a camp just got started in Memphis. Been like almost 2 years now. They teach right there in front of that FedEx Center. In the FedEx Forum, that's where the brothers teach right there.
They do? Yeah, I know. I just had to know that way.
Yeah, see, they just started though. That camp just got set up almost. It's been almost 2 years now. If it ain't been 2 years, that camp.
I just carried you guys all my wife and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Memphis, man.
They-
Well, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, they be out there on Saturdays around 3:30, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock.
Right there in front of the FedEx?
Right in front of the FedEx Forum, right there. Where they play, you know, the arena where the Memphis Grizzlies play at.
I got daughters in God, all them places.
It say now the 15th day of the month, Cassius, and in the 145th year, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar. See, so this is what come out in Daniel, that abomination of desolation. It's in the Maccabees. See, they set it up on the altar. When they sacrifice the swine's flesh, then they set up the altar and sleep. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're talking about. See how I say the exact words? It said they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side, man. Right, man. So now you worship these different idols without even knowing that, man. You celebrate Christmas and Easter. This how slick they got it there, man. This how slick everything is now, man. When you go to church and they had that Easter program, you worshiping Ishtar, man, or Ashtaroth. When they go back in the scriptures, Ashtaroth, that's an idol, man. You worshiping an idol God, man. Easter don't got nothing to do with the Lord. Why you think doing Easter, they got a bunny that's having eggs? What, a bunny don't even lay eggs. They go back to the fertility God, man. Only if you just thought of common sense, like, what the hell this bunny and this egg got to do with the Lord being born, man? If you just looked at it from that point, you'll realize, what the hell they got us celebrating, man? What the hell they got us worshiping, man? For real. Even with Christmas. They say this the day the Lord was born. Okay, what the hell me putting up a Christmas tree and then putting a gift under a tree got to do with the Lord, man? Ask yourself that, man. When Jeremiah 10 tell you, don't do that, man. Don't take a tree out the forest and don't go, what it say, don't go into the ways of the other nations, man. By taking the tree out the forest and decorating it with gold and silver, man. So when your church have a Christmas program, you worshiping these idols, man. You worshiping these same idols, man. What up, bro? I know you from somewhere too, bro. How you live? I know you from somewhere. Huh? Yeah. And burnt incense at the doors of their houses and in the streets. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law which they found, they burned them with fire, man. So this what happened, man. When the so-called white man took over during the time of Alexander the Greek and his 4 generals in his place and they sons after them, man, it got to the point where when they caught in us with these Bibles, they'll kill us, man. And then they got to the point where they just started burning our Bibles, man. To the point they was trying to make us forget our heritage and forget our law, man. And whosoever was found with any of the book of the Testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death, man. So they don't got to put you to death now for keeping the law. Why? Because your churches, your pastors tell you you don't got to keep the law, man. Which that's a damn lie, man. If I don't got to keep the laws of the Bible, that means I can go commit adultery, I can go sleep with a man's wife, and this all right, man. It means I can go steal and kill, and the Lord gonna forgive me, man. That's a damn lie, man. These pastors ain't nothing but false prophets. The Lord gonna destroy their ass, man. Hey, forgive my language, man. But guess what, man? Your pastor can speak smooth to you and straight up lying to you, man.
Oh, you don't think God can save me?
Huh?
You don't think you be saved by God?
Oh yeah, that's who gonna save us, man. The Lord, hey, this was your power in right here, man. These words,
Do
man.
you have forgiveness?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Showing mercy. You ain't gonna receive mercy unless you show mercy, man. Thus did they, by their authority unto the Israelites every month, to as many as were found in the cities, man. So they went killing us, man, throughout all the cities, man. What up, bro? Good. What up?
No, come on over here, man.
You hold it.
You got something wrong with you, all right?
My name is Daryl Scott, man. Scott. I didn't know if y'all was going live or not.
We on the
We ain't going live. We gonna put it up. We gonna put it up later, though. What it do, bro?
Man, bored out here, homeless out here in Jackson, Mississippi, man. Trying to help myself, man. But lately, me and my dad been going through some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm still out here trying. I ain't failed to drugs and nothing like that. You know, we had a big drug problem in our family. My Uncle Carlos. Rest in peace, Uncle Carlos. If you are out there dead, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you get this tape, holler at me. You know I love you, man. Ain't about no dope and nothing like that. I need to talk to you. Nah, I ain't got no money or nothing like that, man. No special money. Still out here at hometown in Jackson, man. Just ain't went to Ancient Money House. That's all I'm gonna say. Calvin, if you out there, man, love you, man. You know what I'm saying? That is your child. You got a right to be the child. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking of my heart right now, just in case this tape go out there. You know what I'm saying? I might die in the morning. But I pray to God I don't. That's why I'm gonna stay out of trouble, not in respect to the hell, man. Just listen to this young man up here thinking, man. The stuff we talking about on the board out there, don't never stop. Go to school now, and my mom told me never go back. My mom, she raised up at 2 weeks old in the bag. Her name is Eva. So, like, her name is Eva May Scott. And I love her very well. I haven't seen her since I was 2 weeks old. But when I do see her, you know what time it is. But, anything you want to talk to me about, man?
All right, man. I heard you say like you don't know nothing about what's on the board, man. I know, and this is the first thing the preacher's supposed to teach us, man. These to see, like I know you know about the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I know you know the Lord, you know what I'm saying? I know you believe in the Lord, right? Right. These are people who the Lord died for, man. Everybody that you sit on the Lord, these are people who the Lord died for, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like you say you going with stuff through your daddy, I can show you that in the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all a part of. See, what happened, man, the Lord gave us these law, statutes, and commandments, man. These people right here, he didn't give them to nobody else. So I'm going to get that. Then I'm going to get that too, because, you know, just like I heard you say, you know, your mom gave you away to your dad at 2 weeks old. You know what I'm saying? It's the opposite of me. I ain't meet my dad until I was like a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Then I ain't never really known him, but I ain't had nothing against him. I still love him, you know what I'm saying? Then he died probably like about 4 or 5 years after I met him. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never really get to know him. But you know what I'm saying? That's part of that's part of that's part of prophecy of proving who we are, man. I see it's our the Lord basically, man, taking us through all this, man. You know what I'm saying? To teach us a lesson, man. We stop listening to it. You know what I'm saying? I heard you, like you said, you going to do stuff with your father. That's what you were saying with your father. So what happened when you left and you ended up putting you out? I don't want to get personal. I'm just saying. You don't gotta say what happened. You put you out, or you can go however you want.
It's like this, man. He raised me, man. He raised me, my brother, raised all 4 kids.
Right.
My brother Darren was Sean Millard. My sister Deborah Millard. She goes to the University of Houston. She's trying to be a lawyer right now. Well, my daddy go, man, I own my house. So I own my house. And I'll come back home with a house. Yeah.
You own my house?
Yes, sir.
What he gave you a house or something? That's what happened?
Nah, it's just like all the stuff he done done for me, man. He dead. Yeah. He dead until I was like 27, 28.
Okay, yeah.
It really not that long. It took about 25. Yeah.
That pop baby like, look, you gotta get out and get how you live, man. You gotta get it on your own.
Yeah. But I still love him, man. I got his number. I talk to him every day on my cell phone. I ain't gonna get him in my pocket. Well, I can get him in my pocket. I ain't talking to the police, man. I ain't getting shook down by the police or A.M.R. I love Jackson A.M.R. too. But I am labeled schizophrenic too.
But they white men label us that just because they want to see us down. You know what I'm saying? Just because they want to see us at the bottom. We could be going through something, huh? Yeah, we could be going through something and they'll label you a schizophrenic. But you know, hey, this world will make you a schizophrenic, but that's why we need these words right here, man. That's what this book for, man. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is good. You know what I'm saying? Man, being the Lord who's at the bottom, at the top, you know what I'm saying? Hey, pour all it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to clean back to this, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no Bible. Like you can put a Bible app on that phone.
I ain't gonna, yeah, you right. My grandma, she real careful about going through my Bible and stuff. Right. She's passed away, Miss Barbara Mallon, and I love you so much. Thank you for the money you been touching me. Tell me about you. You did tell me I wouldn't touch no money about you. So thank you. And granddad, you're gonna keep it strong. You're gonna keep on respecting people. I got a brother named Damon Scott out there. He's a translation. But I love him. I don't love him like that. Damon Scott, he is my brother. Damon Scott, he's my blood brother. I don't know where he at. I hope he ain't out there in trouble. My mama told me I gotta respect him. So I gotta respect him. I don't want to beat him up or nothing like that when I see him, but hey,
right, cause beating him up ain't gonna.
Yeah, right, just don't touch me. I don't know what you look. I personally don't. If I walked into you today, bro, I wouldn't know what you look like. So it just came to my mind. You know what I'm saying? Mama did tell me to respect him. He is my older brother. He's older than me. I'm 29. Well, really 30. I just turned 30 August 14, 1988. All my family are Leos. Shout out to Duck Dynasty.
All right, man. Just letting the brother get it out, getting it out his chest, man. You know, we're gonna get back into the lesson, man. I got a scripture for you, bro. Yes, this is on Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, man. This the Lord asking whom the word ignorant called Jesus Christ talking, man. You know, because even during the time when the Lord came on the face of the earth, man, reading about how the Greeks was handling us, man. So then the Romans took over they took over where the Greeks was, man, like the Greco-Roman Empire, man. You know, so during the time of the Lord, man, our people was struggling, man. Our people was struggling. You know, just like we struggling now, because this the modern day Roman Empire, man. And those same Romans that was ruling back then, they ruling now, man. They biblical name are the Edomites, man. Esau. You read the Bible and you come across the word Esau, or Edom, or Idumea, it's talking about the so-called white man, woman, and child, man. The Lord gave us biblical names, man. You know, and in order to understand this Bible, you have to understand everybody's biblical names, man. As far as a nation, man. The Chinese are the Moabites, man. The Japanese are the Ammonites, man. You got those East Indians, they the Elamites, man. You got the Africans, they the Hamites, man. The so-called Arabs, they the Ismailites, man. If you don't understand their biblical names, when you gonna start this certain stuff you're gonna understand in this Bible. There's a lot of stuff you're not gonna understand, man. Because when the Lord said he loved Jacob and he hated Esau, you got to know what that's talking about, man. This is the scripture for you though, bro. This Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Coming to me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest, man. So this is the Lord telling our people, man. Come to him, all you that are heavy laden, man. And all of you that labor and are heavy laden, and he gonna give you rest, man. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart. So the Lord was meek and lowly in heart, and that's who the Lord dealt with, man. The Lord dealt with the lowly and the meek and the humble of his people, man. It was those high-minded people, those rich-minded people who was coming against the Lord, man. And ye shall find rest unto your souls, man. So, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light, man. So this basically the words I got for you, man. The Lord said, come unto him, man. And he gonna give you rest. Then it say, learn of him, man. So that's what this is about, man. That's what the Lord got me and the brother out here, man. To teach our people, man, that real true knowledge of salvation, man. Some of the churches ain't doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Churches continuously to teach us how to be a slave to the so-called white man. How to keep this so-called white man system running, man. Which this Bible tell you the white man system gonna be destroyed. Why? Because it's a wicked system, man. They're set up to destroy our people, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a perfect example for a perfect example, man. Libya. You know about Gaddafi? You know about Gaddafi, man. He was the president of Libya, 2011, man. Under Obama, they.
How you doing, Mr. Obama?
Nah, that's Obama, man. President Obama, he a fucking demon, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, for real. Yeah, see, this ain't right. Yeah, this ain't you. Hey, I feel you getting it off your chest, but this is a lesson I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? But I know you want to get something off your chest, so yeah, right. Yeah, but Obama was a wicked, you know, Obama, President Obama. Yeah, he was a puppet for the white man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a puppet. But I was making a point where because see, to prove Obama was wicked and a puppet for the so-called white man, right? Obama father came from King. So America came over, they was like, they put on the news that Gaddafi was treating his people wrong and they was gonna go take him out of power, right? Let me tell you what Gaddafi did. Obama was the president at the time. Gaddafi got on the news and he pleaded with Obama. He's like, Obama, you my little African brother. Because Gaddafi either was an Ismailite or a Hamite. But he's the Libyan Africa, the country Libya. He was pleading with Obama like, shit, Obama, me and you brothers, man. Why you want to come attack me? But just to go make it quick, the point quick. America sent their military over there and killed Gaddafi, man. But in Libya, man, there was no homelessness in Libya. Like you see all these homeless people in America. In Libya, Gaddafi had a system set up running so smooth. There was no homelessness in Libya, man. If you started a family, like if you was to get married today, Gaddafi gave you $50 to start, $50,000 to start a family out here. You know what I'm saying? They went and killed this man, man. The American government went and killed this man, man. It was a lot of stuff Gaddafi had. Oh, and like everything that the Libya made off their oil because that was their main resource, man. It didn't even go into the pocket of the government, man. Gaddafi had a bank account set up for every citizen in his country. And all the money they made off the oil, it went into it was divided up into every citizen's bank account, man. But America went and killed this man, man. You know?
Nice talking to you, man. My name is Dale Scott, man. What's your name, brother?
Yashima.
That's mine. Hey, man, I enjoyed this tape. I hope this make WLDT or something like that. It's Christian. Thank you. So, Jesus Christ, amen.
Well, the brother bleed, man. Hey, come here, bro. How you saying Jesus Christ, amen? So I know you bleed. Hey, the real name of Jesus, Yahweh Shai, man. You know that Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Cause see, wasn't no J's even in the language during the time of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? The letter J ain't coming to existence until the 16th century, man. So his name couldn't have been Jesus, man. You know, and then he had a Hebrew name, man. You know, the word Christ goes back to the Greek Christos, which means oil, which means anointed, man. You know, that's a Greek title, man. We want the actual name of the Lord, man, which his name is Yahweh Shai, man, which Yah is he, and Yahweh Shai is the deliverer, man. He is the deliverer. I just want you to know that, though, bro. Yahweh Shai, you can say it?
Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai. That's the name of our Lord and Savior, and the name of the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, man, which means he is to be, he exists, man.
Mr. Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai with a Y. Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Right, Yahweh Shai, man. Because that's part of the scriptures, man. Revelation, the 7th chapter, man. It tell you, man, we gonna be sealed with the name of the Lord, man. You know, because we lost the name, man. The Lord took his name from us, man. You know, but even in the back of your Bible, man, and you look up in the glossary, it has something called the Tetragrammaton, man. Which I'm gonna see is it back here. Let me see is it in this Bible right here. Right, man. The Lord gonna give his people rest, man. All you that are heavy laden, man, the Lord said, come rest with him and learn of him, man. For he is lowly and meek, man. Matter of fact, I can just look it up right here. Let me see the Bible right here. What you got, a phone number? What you got, a number or something?
I got a Facebook account.
Facebook?
That's it. You know, shout out Mr. Facebook.
Yeah, see, I ain't even on Facebook.
You know, Facebook is wicked these days. Let me stop it.
Yeah.
Too wicked. Too wicked.
Anyway, let me see if it in this time. Now that I just look it up.
Now your Facebook is too close. Look, it is about the power of the phone. You got the right to take the phone.
Yeah, it was just something to communicate during the recession. They had to kick so many people out of work. That was the only way you could communicate. But it backfired against them. That shit was crazy, man.
Right, which is you look up Tetragrammaton, man. You look that up, it'll tell you, let me see. Here you go, right here. I'm just gonna read this right here. I'm gonna read. Check this out, dude. You read this right here. It said, it said Jehovah. It say the Hebrews did not commonly use the sacred name in the fear that it might be profaned. The consonants of the name are four, called the tetragrammaton. To these vowels may be added. Right, and the vowel that's going to be added is the A, the A, because the only vowels that's in the Hebrew language is the A and the I. Wasn't no O, U, or the E in the Hebrew language, man. The only vowels in the ancient Hebrew language is the A and the I. It said, to these vowels may be added, with the result that for a period of their history, the spoken name was Adonai, or Lord, arrived at by adding the vowels of that name to the consonants. See the Y, A, H, W? See, that's the tetragrammaton. And when you put that vowel A in between the Y, in between the H and the W, and the A in between the H, that's your Yahweh. See, in the back of your, like you get a Bible, it got an extra dictionary in the back of it. It'll tell you back there. Then it'll also tell you, like, when you see the word Lord in the Bible, it'll tell you that one, you know what I'm saying? That ain't the name. When you see Lord or God, it'll say they put that there because the name was so sacred. You know what I'm saying? But it had that YHWH there, which you see, say Jehu right here, right? You say, see, Hebrew, he is Yah, which Yah means he. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we break the name up, Yah. See, it's in here. See, they gonna slick try to give it to you, but they ain't gonna give you the real name. They'll say Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord says his name is dreadful among the heathens. So the heathen, they ain't gonna say the name. They can't, because it's dreadful among them. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, our people gonna get the name. We gonna think on the name, and we gonna receive the name. That's why we tell you how important to say that name, because we learned it back. He took it from us, but now we're relearning that name, baby. Remember the name? What's the name? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. You see how I say that he is Yah, just like I broke the name down. He is Yah, and Yahweh is to be or exist. He is, man. You know, because even when it say, you come in the Bible in the Old Testament and it say Jehovah, when you look that up in the ancient, then you go to the blue letter and look it up in the Hebrew, it's Yahweh right there. You know what I'm saying? It's Yahweh. But that's just that.
I see. I see you get that.
Right.
Y'all boys stay up, man.
Alright, bro, you down?
I'm gonna smoke a little smoke. See what smoking Barbie out, dude.
Just hold stand back with it. This bottom, it kind of mess with the sand. I might got it right here. Now this is, look, the part of my Bible I was looking for, it ain't even real. But this piece, this the Bible I was looking for. I don't know where it's at, but the piece of it right here, and I think it's in Lord willing. It's in. Here we go right here. Man, that's how the Lord worked though, man. This the only, I was looking for the piece of this Bible, but it just so happened to be in here, man. My whole Bible ain't in here, but the only, this is what I'm talking about right here, bro. Check this out. It said the tetragrammaton, this the tetragrammaton, man. If you got a Bible and you read your Bible, man, just go to the glossary. If you got the dictionary back, look up tetragrammaton and see what it tell you. It say the tetragrammaton, the four letters YHWH, forming the sacred name of the supreme deity. Which going back to when it say you add the vowel in there, which is the vowel you add in there is A. It's gonna make it Yahweh. When you add in between them two, you add in between each one of the letters on each one of the consonants, like it said. And look what it say though. It said whenever the words Lord and God appear in large and small capital letters in the Old Testament, the original Hebrew text uses YHWH. And then you put the vowels in there, it's Yahweh. See, it's back here. You know what I'm saying? But they knew it. They could have put the H, the A in this between there. You see how this Bible say add the vowels in there? That's how they play though, but
see, they didn't want to use the sacred name because they knew what he said. I was going to sanctify myself and I'm going to let the Gentiles know
Right.
I'm gonna sanctify, oh God, I'm gonna sanctify through you.
Right.
Through you, I'm gonna let the Gentiles know who I am.
But you see how, now you see why I be telling you how to use that name. You see this proof in the Bible, bro, where it say, when you see the word, you see how it say right here, whenever the words Lord and God appear in large and small capital letters in the Old Testament, the original Hebrew text uses YHWH.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
You see that? I looked at that Esau family. He looked at us. He despised the shit out of that shit. But see, that's their whole. He pulled up there. He just he had
Right,
the
man.
kids,
Cause
they
long
despise
as we out here being entertainers to the white man, it's cool, man. But when you come back to your true nationality, man, see the white man, he'll let you be a Mason. You can be a Mason. You can be a Muslim. Don't none of that put no fear in him, man. When you come back to your true nationality, this what put fear in him, man. This when he got a problem with you, man. When you say you're an Israelite, man, when you come back to your real true identity, man, he'll let you be a damn Q-dog, an alpha. Don't none of that put no fear in him because he know that ain't the truth, man. He know that ain't the truth, man. But when you come back to this right here, this what put fear in him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's prophesied that them dry bones were going to live. That we were going to come back to our heritage. And he know his downfall coming, man. Get right back to the lesson on point, man.
He was full of it.
I know, but guess what though? That's why I pulled him back. That's what he said at the end. In the name of Jesus Christ, so he believed. I already
He's got more than one spirit in his body.
Yeah, he like he said. But he in
true.
his right mind still. You see, he knew his family. He don't know. He just out here struggling. All of us got. Trust me, demons attack all of us at all times. It's you in this flesh. This flesh is a fucking demon. Your spirit fighting with this flesh. Your flesh telling you to go one way, and your spirit telling you to go the other way. That's why the scriptures say we got to be delivered. Yeah, that's why the scriptures tell you we got to be delivered from these chains of darkness. This the chains of darkness right here. This flesh. That's why we're gonna receive that new body, that perfect body. You know what I'm saying? We'll get a heart of flesh. We got the stony heart now, man. This flesh is a demon. This flesh is what tell you. That's why the scriptures tell you can't live after the flesh. He that lives after the flesh gonna basically be destroyed. It said the carnal man is enmity with the Most High. Got us live according to the Spirit. What Paul said, I do those things which are not, with the things that I want to do, I do not. Then he said, sin that dwell in me. So his flesh, that brother, all right, he gonna be all right. Because one thing he did when he walking out, he still was testing my spirit. He still was testing our spirit. That's why he was like, in the name of Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? I had to let him know, look, this the real name, bro. So that's why I pulled him back, which, you know, only the Lord know who's gonna be saved. And like you said, you got demons on, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the Lord can take them demons out by a prayer. You know what I'm saying? We put a prayer up on them, you know? It's a constant battle with us. This flesh is a demon, though. This flesh is a demon within itself, man. Your spirit warring with the flesh on a day-to-day basis, man. That's why the scriptures tell you, mortify the members of your flesh, man. And how do you do that, man? By this word, man. That's why going back to this lesson, man. They did this to the end that we might forget the law, man. Because this, like, I'm gonna get it right quick in Baruch, man. And I'm gonna go right back to this though, because I don't want to get out of point. Hey, this is spirit though that's bringing this. I had something totally different that I wanted to go into, but hey, you gotta roll with the spirit, man. Had the brother up here asking questions. Scriptures tell you to give an answer to every man that asks you a question, man. This Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endured forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die, man. So what your pastor talking about, telling you don't got to keep the law, man? The law endure forever, man. You got your pastor telling you you don't got to keep the law, he a damn lie, man. And I'm going to say it just like that, raw and uncut, man. He a lie, man. Yeah, we ain't saved by the law. We ain't justified by the law. But we still keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, man. That means I can live however I want to live, and the Lord going to say you good. No, man. That's a lie, man. So for your TD Jakes, your Creflo Dollars, or your Fred Price, all of them ain't nothing but some damn liars, man. This book said, the scripture just said, this is the law that endure forever. All that keep it should come to life, but all that leave it should die, man. So this why our people, the walking dead right now, man. Because churches teaching them they don't gotta keep the law, man. And it all goes back to when Antiochus started killing us to the point that we might forget the law, man. And I'm gonna go right back to that. I'm gonna go right back to Babylon and Timbuktu, man. Because it all tie in right with it, everything. Hey, it's the spirit, man. How you doing, sister?
I'm alright.
You know you're an Israelite, right? We just remember one thing, man. We God told the people He's gonna deliver us in the end. So whatever your struggle going through, keep your integrity, baby. Don't do no bullshit for no money or whatever you got to get. Have faith in the Lord, baby. He'll take care of you, sister.
This shit got to walk around with us. I see why they take the word from it. Just to call it. They already call it their split personality shit, man. They know that shit, man. I hate to say that for me, spirit.
Don't worry. It don't matter what state of mind our people in right now, man. Guess what, man? Even when the Lord kills 2/3 of our people, man, they gonna come right back in the kingdom, and we all gonna live a life happily ever after, man. Every one of these people on this sign is gonna eventually be saved, man. That's Romans the 11th, and thus all Israel will be saved, man. So no matter how many of our people bugged out of their mind, man, guess who to blame for that? The so-called white man, man. The scriptures tell you, if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, because the God of this world has blinded them, man. Who the God of this world, man? The so-called white man, man. The word God just means power right there, man. Who the power of this world, man? The so-called white man, man. He the one implement the laws that go against the Bible. That's why you see all this out here, man. You gonna say something, bro?
No, it was just, you know what I'm saying?
But like you said, that's why our people walking around here bugged out of their minds, man.
But see, they using it. It goes back to the army. The army use everything.
Right.
The military use everything, but they do not play. They know about everything going on. Rome know about everything. Hitler knew about everything.
Sure.
They show Hitler them knew about every damn thing that was going on. So they knew the fake in hand, man.
I'm finna answer the rest of your questions, brother. I got you. But see, this go right here going into how we got into Africa. You know what I'm saying? When we fled into Africa, we were running persecution. Because our people think that's where we from. Which the Bible tell you, Jerusalem is the mother of us all. You know what I'm saying? Jerusalem is the motherland, man. Not Africa. And now the 5th and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of God. At which time, according to the commandments, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. Right, man. So they put a lot of our women to death just for circumcising their children, man. And this ancient history, man. This during the time when the Greeks came and took over our land, and this what they was doing, man. And they hanged the infants about their necks. They were hanging our infant children by the necks, man. Just because we was keeping these laws, man. Just because they were circumcised, man. So this is the history of the so-called white man, man. You want to know the history and the track record of these damn devils? It's in the Bible, man. But they took it out. But guess what? We got it. And you can't run. But guess what? We don't even need this to know your history, so-called white man. You still doing it to this day, man. You go around the world amongst all these nations. You don't hang the kids. Now you just drop bombs on them. You know what I'm saying? You just drop bombs on them, man. You know how many kids America, you know how many so-called Iraqis died during this Iraqi war started in 2001, man. 1.5 million, man. You know how many people done died in Syria since they started this war in like 2000? I think they started like 2012, man. 2011, man. Over 500,000 people done died. There are 20 million people displaced from their home. This is the track record of the so-called white man, man. So we can go back in history and look at his track record, but his track record still staying today. What he doing there, man? You can't turn that which was made crooked, you can't make it straight, man. The white man track record speak for itself right now, man. They steady shooting us down in the streets, man. How you think all the drugs, the disease, and the guns get in your neighborhood, man? You think it just appeared out of nowhere? No, the so-called white man put it there to destroy you, man. Your pastors ain't gonna speak on the real issues that we dealing with, man. They're gonna make you feel good so you can put that money in a plate and he can go in his neighborhood and live good. You got to come back to the ghetto and deal with the reality of these drugs, diseases, black Israelite on Israelite crime that the system designed and made by the white man to keep us at each other necks, man. But it's okay. This ain't the end of us. The Lord finna deliver us from all this, man. And you fake-ass pastors, you fake-ass politicians amongst our people, you gonna get destroyed for it, man. And mainly, you gonna get destroyed by your own people, man. And they hang the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them, man. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing, man. Right, man. You're not supposed to be eating pork, lobster, crab, shrimp, catfish, man. But guess what? The white man that got us so at a lower state, we so poor. That's mainly what the most high people can afford now, man. The damn pork, man. He got the pork chop low as hell, man. I mean, you want to eat a steak, he got the price raised up on it, man. All the healthy food price high, white people can't even afford it, man. But for us, the shrimps ain't, them lobster and crabs, that's a high price thing, man. So that ain't no excuse for our people, man. You know. But yet and still, man, the Lord said, seek him in his kingdom. Seek his righteousness in his kingdom. He gonna air everything unto you, man. So that ain't no excuse for our people to eat them abominable foods, man. But I'm just making a point. You can't overlook how the white man has set it up to make our people eat this, man. See, in this book, he was forcing our people to eat pork and killing them. He don't gotta force them now. He got them in so a low state to where they can't afford to eat good, man, where they have to eat the pork. You know what I'm saying? So you can't push that to the side, man. But yet and still, man, you got a lot of our people who got money, and they still don't want to hear this, man. They still eat. Oh, I eat what I want to eat. Oh, it's a wild hog. It's clean. And a lot of you doing it not knowing it because your pastor teach you everything, all the meat's clean now, man. Even in the book of Matthew, John, when the Lord said what goes into a man don't defile, the Lord was talking about the Pharisees was tripping because his disciples ain't washed their hands before they eat, man. And that was part of their tradition, man. And they was like, oh, they unclean. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, that's what the Lord was straightening them about, man. Eat you some pork and catfish and lobster, shrimp and crab right now and see what's the results of that, man. That's why people got on the number one for gout, high blood pressure, diabetes, overweight, because you eating all these abominable foods, man. That's why, man. But guess what? All these other nations can eat that and they can be good. Why? Because the law, statutes, and commandments weren't given to them, man. They weren't given to them. So the other nations, the white man can eat that and he won't have high blood pressure. Why? Because these law, statutes, and commandments they wasn't given to him. They was given to our people. And the reason why I brought that out, and the reason why I made that point, I'm gonna get the scripture the reason why I made that point, man. It's Amos. See, that's why it look like all hell and bullshit, and it's just an all-out fucking war on us. This is why right here, man. Amos chapter 3, verse 1, man. It said, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities, man. So that's why I made that point, man. The Lord said, we only have he known of all the families of the earth, therefore he was punishing us for all our iniquities, man. So that's why we get high blood pressure when we eat the unclean foods, man. Because we only have the Lord known, man. We the only one, if you look up that word known in the Hebrew, I forget the word, not what the word known is in the Hebrew, but it means you only have I taught. Basically, you only have I given these laws, statutes, and commandments, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities, man. So that's why we get high blood pressure and all these diseases when we eat the abominable foods, man. Because the Lord gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments, not the other nations, man. Just to get that point, I'm going to get right back to the lesson, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirming themselves not to eat any unclean thing. Wherefore, they chose rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they did, and there was very great wrath upon Israel, man. Right, man. So our people was confirmed in their minds, man, that they weren't finna defile themselves with the unclean meats to the point that they were gonna die, man. And so great wrath came upon them, man. The heathens came, the so-called white man came down upon us with a great sword, man. Now I'm finna go back to Babylon and Timbuktu, man. And I'm gonna get right back in the scriptures, baby. Cause everything had to be filtered through this pure word right here, man. Every word of the Most High is pure, man. Every word of it, man. Throughout the last 2,500 years, right, man. And this 2,500 years ago right here, man. Right here, man. Because this book was written in what? I think it was like the 70s, man. You see Jay who wrote this. You know who he is.
Yeah. He may be.
I think this book was in the 1970s, man. Published 1970s. Throughout the last 2,500 years, the main factors that have contributed to the social migration of the Jews were wars, religious persecutions, which we just read about, and commerce, man. All these factors were operated and gave rise to the African Jewish population. So that's how we got into Africa, man. In the year 65 BC, the Romans, under General Pompey, captured Jerusalem. There go your boy, Pompey. This under General Pompey.
He already back. They brought him back.
Right.
They get him ready now.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. And we're going to get this out of the Bible. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution and slavery. The slave market was full of black Jewish slaves. Right. Then we're going to get that out the Bible. See, this you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, this your real history, man. This is your real history book right here, man. This is your heritage, man. But you have to learn to come back to, man.